dominate. Push harder. Prove yourself. Dominate. This is what I was taught in not so many words when I grew up in Brooklyn, was that it's really important to be right. It's really important to be tough and push through and do everything so that you're the most powerful. But what if the strongest thing you can do is be more loving? Now, I could be one of those people who are like, airy fairy, let's love more. But the truth is, it took me almost 50 years to get to this place. So growing up, like I said, I grew up in a place called Canarsie, Brooklyn. I thought that strength meant armor. But the moments that have deeply touched me the most are moments where I just don't know what to do. So I walk around my life with my act together most of the times. I've been a special educator, and I've worked with kids in prison, and I've worked with millionaires. So I've worked with the scope of people in those two settings. And what I found out is that everybody knows it all until they don't. I'm going to give you 4 words that change your life today, and they sound like something funny, and the acronym for them is P.A.R.N. So I want to call out our culture, wherever you live in this beautiful big globe that we live in, hustling, being numb, just like putting on your pants and going to work, domination, strength through doing, strength through goal achieving. And this is all just a costume. I'm Enchantress Shane, and I'm all about the costumes. But as much as I am a performer and an actress and a speaker and a workshop facilitator and a costume lover, I am all about removing all the costumes and showing your heart and your truth in ways that are so uncomfortable that the most powerful person is stuttering. Here's some examples and see what comes up in your mind. Leaders who don't listen, parents who confuse control for love, and individuals that are burning out because they're strong on the outside, but unfulfilled and empty on the inside. That is not strength. That is collapsing. That is giving up all your power to look a certain way, to put on a mask so that you don't look foolish, so that you don't look weak. But the truth is, I love when I'm a vulnerable leader. I love when there's a leader in front of me that says, I don't know, I have to follow up on that. But they know most of what they're talking about. Courage without armor is like boundaries without hostility. Let's let that in. Love without apology. So I want to share a story. I worked with, when I was working with children with special needs, I had parents that would make me the enemy. I was giving them news they didn't want to hear. And then I was all of a sudden the wrong one. And the idea that when someone is pushing against you, that you can get curious is the most important thing. I grew up first 14, 15 years of my life, hiding behind hair, hiding, not turning so people would see me a certain way. And in my 30s, I began something called improvisational acting. I learned how to play, and it was about saying no, not yes. So here's the 4 words. I'm not going to make you wait till the end. And the first one is play. Choosing curiosity over control. I wonder why you're mad at me. Wow, what's it like to feel that? As opposed to saying, here's what I think. Here's why you're wrong. It's being defensive that builds up that armor, that puts on that mask. Play dismantles fear and invites connection. So I work with couples, and so many couples come in wanting to be seen, wanting to be understood, wanting to be right. But if you come into a therapy session or you come into a workshop soft, I don't know what to do, I'm completely lost, then you're starting with an open heart. Think of a child who comes into a play date. They're not thinking, I only want to do it this way. They're like, I want to play with my toys. What do you have? They lead with curiosity and they have big emotions and then they go away and then they get back into their play. So playing without an agenda is a huge learning curve for us adults. Number 2. So P is the first letter. A, attention. Can you give attention to the person in front of you more than what's going on in your mind? What's going on in your mind is a whole other world. And if you're worried, stressed, fearful, it's you and just yourself. But connection is where love comes in. And when you find your power in love, you're giving attention. That is the biggest commodity. That is the most powerful thing you can give to someone. It is your biggest resource to listen to somebody or to say, wow, I just can't listen to you. My head is so noisy. I see you. I hear you. I want to understand you. These are key phrases that you can take notes, write down, maybe type it in the chat so that you don't have to feel lost and confused and alone when actually you just want to be together. Think of the last time someone really paid attention to you. How powerful did that feel? Here's the thing. If you don't admit that to yourself, then you will seek out power and you will seek out ways to be seen that are really whack. People who drink too much and get loud and rowdy, they just want to be seen. People who go on talking incessantly and they don't even realize what they're talking about anymore, they just want to be heard. So when you meet someone who's out of control and you're like, ugh, I don't like them, can you find the compassion to get curious and wonder what's really going on for them? Number 3, reveal. So we have P.A.R. Revealing is your strength of showing yourself and showing others that you can be real. Here's my reveal. It's very early in the morning. I had a full day yesterday and I'm wearing pajama shorts. How fun is that? So that's a moment that's happening right now. And we know we've heard it all before. Right now is the most powerful moment that you have. So what's happening for you right now? What's the thing you don't want to share right now? You don't have to share it right here, but just realize that there is something that you don't want to share right now. Number 4, the fourth word is noticing. Noticing the soft strength to slow down enough to see the small moments. When things are good, we forget to compliment each other. We forget to tell each other, wow, I really love that you leave the door open for me in the morning. I really love that you hide a key because I lose it every morning. So when we remember to notice ourselves and each other, when we remember to notice the impact or that we have an impact on each other, there is a connection, and that's where love can be found. If you notice somebody taking a breath, if you notice somebody looking like they feel endearing in that moment, notice it. Maybe speak it out loud or just tuck it in your back pocket for later. So we have all 4 words that can change your life, and they spell out P.A.R.N, P-A.R.N. So P.A.R.N over porn, ha ha ha, if you think that's funny, then we can be friends, is a special way that we can connect. And it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't need 20 years of therapy. And you can be grumpy, which is really important these days because, as we know, goals and determination and winning the fight, we're going to put that aside unless you decide that today you want to play and let's wrestle. Wrestling, by the way, is a great way to create boundaries. Karate, even if you don't know what you're doing, is a great way to create boundaries through play. So my test to you, my gift, my kiss to you is, can you use P.A.R.N in a way that serves you? Can you play? Can you give attention? Can you reveal and notice on a daily basis with people you care about and people you don't care about? Can you use it at work? Can you skip to the water cooler instead of walking? Can you roll your shoulders back and walk strong, and see the impact and notice the impact that has on how you drink your water. When you're with yourself and you notice the moment you shut down, maybe somebody was obnoxious, maybe your boss yelled at you, maybe your entrepreneurship feels like it can't last because you're so burnt out. Can you notice the moment when you start to feel burnt out and instead of making another cup of coffee, take a breath and relax your nervous system. Notice your body in the chair. Can you notice what happens when you finish your coffee? That is strength in action. That is taking a pause and loving yourself. I want to paint the picture for you. So take out your paintbrushes and actually right now, take out your fake paintbrush. Me and my beloved are writing a P.A.R.N book, and it's all about the spiral. So take out a paintbrush and just start to paint a spiral on the screen of your life or with your pointer finger. What if our leaders, what if your inner leader, your community, your family was rooted in play, attention, revealing, and noticing instead of fear? And listen, I'm not perfect. My family is not rooted in that, but I am. And I bring that wherever I can because it's uncomfortable. And most people, after 20 years of knowing somebody or being in a situation, it's not comfortable to make change. Every one of you, everyone, has someone in their lives that needs more of your softness. Maybe it's your beloved, your partner. Maybe it's a child, a coworker, and maybe it's yourself. I wrote a book called F Your Fears, but F is spelt out. And it's not hard. It's not harsh. It's not making yourself do more or fixing yourself. Oh, it's about being nicer and kinder to yourself in ways that are fun and determined, but not with your dukes up. Strength is not how loud you roar, and I'm a Leo. It's how deeply you love. And the future of our lives belongs to those who are brave enough to practice the soft strength of P.A.R.N, of playing, of giving yourself permission to laugh a little bit more. As much as we can have pain, we can also have pleasure. And pleasure is one of those fleeting things. So you must catch it when it happens. You must catch it when it goes by you and you see, let's say you're scrolling and you see something that is so funny, save it, watch it again and again, and then cut yourself off. This is a rule I give to myself. Scan your room right now. Look around the space that you're in. Do you have anything that makes you relax? Do you have anything in your room that makes you playful? Look around. Are there colors? Are there candles? Is there something that is sensually or pleasurably inviting? Or are all those things tucked in drawers? Take them out. Put your soft pillows out. Make sure that your life has some play in it. Make sure that you are doing revealing. You can do it in a journal. You can do it with your friends. I love sitting down with couples, and when they're having that one moment where they chuckle about something from the past, they just want to move on back to the fight. But as the enchantress, I'm here to help people leave everything in a better place than when they found it. Whether it's your relationship, whether it's your face, whether it's removing that mask, removing your glasses, closing your eyes and touching your partner's face just because it's silly, or coming home from a long day of work that really was awful and letting yourself whine. And if your partner hates whining, let them cover their ears. And guess what? All of a sudden, you're playful. Let's bring play back into our daily lives. I dare you in the middle of an argument or in the middle of a disagreement to just smile and let the other person know that there's still some softness in your heart. Remove your mask. take off your shields, and give your softest heart more than often. More love, not less. Thank you. My name is Enchantress Shane.